Ever woken up with a deep crease down your cheek? The kind that doesn't fade quickly. I actually used to call mine a Sicilian scars. But here's the thing, after 10 weeks of using this bizarre little pillow, my creases appear to have gone. So the question I want to ask you, is this anti-aging pillow actually working, or is it just another bit of very clever marketing hype? Hello lovely people, welcome to my YouTube channel, Hey Spring Chicken. My name is Cordelia, and if you're a returning viewer, it's really good to have you back. And if you're new here, welcome. On this channel we cover all things beauty and skincare, particularly for the mature lady. And today's topic is something most of us never really question: what happens to our skin while we sleep, and whether a few simple changes might make the difference. For years I used a traditional pillow, high, fluffy, standard rectangular, until I started to notice that the deep creases on my face were taking longer to disappear and getting more pronounced. And it's not the kind that fade in 5 minutes. So today we're diving into what might be the strangest pillow that I've ever used, and possibly the most interesting. We're going to talk about a few things that might help your skin whilst you sleep, but let's start with the one that kicked it all off for me, and it's called the Sleep Glow Omnia Pillow. And full disclosure, the company sent it to me to try, but I will be doing an honest review and a proper test. So this is 10 weeks later, and here we are. When I first received it, I thought it looked a little strange. It's certainly very low, it's small, and it's shaped like a molded memory foam sculpture. And there's a dip for your head, contours of your cheek, and hollows to encourage better alignment. You can also purchase a silk pillowcase. Now, the science behind these pillows, dermatologists often say we spend a third of our lives asleep, and if your cheek is constantly compressed into a pillow night after night, you can see creases form. The theory here is clever. The pillow is designed to reduce the facial compression and encourage a neutral spine position, and ideally support the back whilst sleeping. Now here's the reality. I'm not a back sleeper, and I snore apparently, and I've been told by the editor that I stop breathing at times, which is both terrifying for him and not great for me either. So full transparency, if you have any issues with sleep apnea and or snoring, please speak to a medical professional before changing your sleep position. And this video reflects my personal experience, and it isn't medical advice. Anyway, back to the pillow. It actually took me a good 2 to 3 weeks to get used to it, and I was close to giving up on the idea of this pillow. I'm used to a higher pillow, and this felt low, narrow, and quite frankly, it felt odd. But I did stick with it, and now 10 weeks later, I actually love it. I move it with me when I roll from side to side, and I keep my chin cradled into the dip. And I no longer wake up with those stubborn lines etched across my face. Genuinely, I don't wake up with those lines. What's more, my sleep scores on my Fitbit watch regularly hit between 85 and 89. I promise you, they used to be down in the 70s, and that is unheard of for me. And if I use a regular pillow now, which I do when I go travelling or if I'm away somewhere else, I notice the difference almost instantly, and my face certainly looks different in the morning. So is it worth the cost? Well, we'll come to that. But first, what I'd actually like to do is look at a few perhaps cheaper alternatives, or even alternatives that do make a difference to your skin, and sort out what is expensive fluff and what is just brilliant. I'll share what I've personally tested and what I have seen results from, and where I think the beauty industry might be overreaching. This pillow, yes, it's pricey, but for me, waking up without cheek creases and improving my sleep quality has been a win. And while it's not magic, the shape does seem to make a real difference. I'd say this is one of those rare cases where function and form actually work together. If you're a side sleeper, this could be your new best friend. Second on my list is silk pillowcases. This is a solid, budget-friendly upgrade, and I've been using them for years and I really rate them. They reduce tugging and help with my hair frizz, so it's not just about the skin, it's about my hair as well, and they don't suck up the skincare like cotton pillowcases do. They're also great for sensitive skin, which I have. And yes, the one they sent me with the Sleep and Glow is lovely, smooth and cool, and better than most. Even if you don't want to go for an all-out shaped ergonomic pillow, switching to silk is a gentle step in the right direction, and I can thoroughly endorse that. If you've followed me for any time, you will know I am a fan of LED masks. These are the one tech item that I've used for long enough to genuinely vouch for. My skin is more even toned, calmer, and dare I say it, slightly plumper when I stick to my routine. It's the one device that hasn't ended up in the drawer of shame, and it's one of the few things that works with zero effort once it's on your face. Perfect for a bedtime routine. Now, I recently did a whole video of the LED masks that I trialed, so I will add all of the links of all of the products that I use down below, and some of them do have affiliate links, and if you click and buy, I receive a teeny tiny commission, for which thank you. So the next really big trend that seems to be taking over TikTok is sleep face taping. The idea is to hold areas like the nasolabial folds or between the brows overnight. It's like Spanx for your face. Some dermatologists say it helps reduce facial movement. Others are skeptical. Editor has just raised a really good point. If you've got products on your face, how on earth does the face taping stay taped to your face? Well, I am going to try it for a week, so I will report back. So stay tuned, but I think he's got a very good point there. My final skin-friendly technique is possibly obvious, and that's skincare. And the skincare that I would always recommend overnight is the retinoid and a barrier cream. Now, the retinoid that I use is my favourite, well, it's a retinol, which is the Trini London. And the barrier cream that I use is actually quite new to my routine, and it's the Numbuzzin B5. Now, this is quite a thick cream. Let me show it to you. Let me show you there. So it's quite a thick cream, but it creates a really good barrier cream for your skin, and it's beautiful used overnight. Or the alternative is a hydrating overnight mask. This can do a lot while you sleep. The Medicube overnight mask is great. I unfortunately don't get on with any overnight mask, especially if you're using a silk or contour pillow to reduce friction. Think of it as training for your skin to do its best recovery work while you sleep. And if you're doing just one thing, apply your retinoid, give it 20 minutes, and then seal it in with either the mask or a good barrier cream. It's low effort and it is a very high reward. It's also worth noting, don't overload your skin with products before bed, especially on the pillow. You need to let them settle into your skin for a good 20 minutes. I would say half an hour. I actually allow mine to settle for an hour. Other devices, aside from the LED mask, that might actually help your skin. I'm currently trialling a few of those, the Zip Halo and 2 others from Current Body and Amnio. And I'll share more about that once I've completed testing. But for now, the LED is the only device I feel really confident recommending. So let's talk about the cost of the pillow. The pillow itself is £289 and the silk pillowcase is £85. I will add a discount code below, which will give you a discount, obviously. Is it a miracle? No, it is not. But I have to say, it has changed the way my face looks in the morning, the skincare, and my quality of sleep. So overall, I think this is a really big deal. Now, £289, it is a balancing act, but I really liked it. So if you've got the budget and you're a committed side sleeper, then this might be a really good investment, or certainly worth consideration. If not, just try the silk pillowcase. You will not be disappointed with that, I assure you. The question I want to ask you guys is, have any of you ever tried an anti-aging pillow? There are quite a few NASA pillows on the market. This is intended to help the skin whilst you sleep. So I would be very interested to hear your thoughts. If you think this is worth the money, or if any of these other products or techniques that I've mentioned may be worth a try. So let me know. I always love reading your comments. If you like this video, or if you like any of my videos, you might like the one that's coming up in a couple of weeks' time, which is the results of my endosculpt treatment. I had this procedure 12 weeks ago, and we are now going to look close up whether it's made any difference. So if you're curious about that treatment, stay tuned. So in the meantime, if you've made it this far, I want to thank you. And if you liked it, press the like button and click and subscribe. It really lets the algorithm know we're doing something right. Enjoy the rest of your day, your morning, your evening, your weekend, wherever you are in the world. Sleep well, crease free if possible, and I will see you in the next one.